Thank you for joining me. Today we're gonna paint this beach in the sunrise. Would you like to meet me for a painting marathon next Tuesday and Thursday, 6 hours a day? You can download the reference, paint along, upload your artwork for suggestions, or just observe. You can find the link in the descriptions. I will see you there. I use exclusively the brushes from Enjoying Art. Order yours today at enjoyingart.com brushes. We're gonna first paint the background, the sky, the clouds. Notice the value range in the background is not very big. And look at the sun, it's just white, right? And the outside, the darkest color over here, the cloud, is not really that dark. First, we're gonna paint the sky, okay? And then we're gonna paint the clouds. So let's take a look. There, from the little blue color coming down to mix a little bit red into it, and then get a little bit orange, and then coming down over here mostly yellow. So I'm gonna put a little yellow color here first. Okay, put a little yellow color and define a register. Maybe let's do it like a 1/3. Okay, the bottom over here, like this. Here we go. Like that. There's gonna be the water surface. Also serve as the horizon line, right? Like this. And then the sun would be over here, right about the middle. Okay, right over here. Like that. Right in this area. Like that. That's good. And that's all we need to define. Okay, the island, the trees will come later. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to start painting from the top. We don't want to use too much water, okay, at this point. And just get a little bit blue. Okay, enough water, but not too much water. So I'm going to put that a little bit blue over here. So take a little water. A little bit water. Here you go. And the color is gonna gradually change from here. And now gradually, quickly, and I'm gonna get the red color. Okay, mix into it. Yeah, a little bit more red. This is good. Like that. I'm gonna continue over here. Just mix that with the red. And don't go too far from here. Like that. And quickly, you're gonna mix a little bit even more red. Okay, take a look at that. More red coming over here. And here you go. Coming down over here. A little bit more red. Okay, here you go. And now more red and yellow. You don't want to directly mix the yellow into the blue. You have to have the red before we go into the blue. Go into the yellow, right? This is very important. Otherwise, it will become the green. So I'm going to get more yellow in here. Now, at this point, just add the yellow into it. That's it. And just take the yellow directly onto the paper. Now, pay attention. We need to start painting around the light space. Okay, that's good. And now, a lot more yellow. A lot more yellow coming down over here. That's good. Okay, a lot more yellow right over here on this side. That's good. Keep it wet into wet. Coming down. Okay, a lot more yellow right under. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, like that. Okay, have a little shape over here too. Okay, interesting. Have a little bit cloud like that, and see cover a little bit underneath. Okay, this is pretty good. The sky. Now I'm going to have clean the brush and just blend just corner of the view here. Just blend it over. So have a very soft, like that, a little bit soft on this side. Like that. This is pretty good. Wonderful. Now, directly, I'm also going to have a little bit orange color into the water. Got the yellow. And down over here. And coming down over here directly. Connect that. And a little bit more red. Okay, here you go. Like that. You can see that. And there's going to be a little blue for the cast shadow of the water. But that's good. Coming down over here, a little bit red. Here you go, like this. And that's the beach. It's gonna be right over here, a little bit more red. That's it. Put a little red into it. So this is all the foundation. Also a little bit brown, but mostly it's just a red from the sun. Okay, this is good. And now continue this color coming over here. See, it's not like a lots of water in this layer. And now coming over here, I'm gonna have a little bit more brown to get the yellow and the red to see how economic and simple in the mixing. So right here, that's the beach. Okay, right over here, like that. Leave a little light, and that's good. Okay, and also we can continue the color a little bit later. At this point, it's very important. We either go back to the sky, start painting wet into wet. Now I'm going to use the calligraphy brush. Now I'm going to take a look at, get a little red. Well, again, this doesn't need to have lots of water in this process. Okay, get a little orange color first. I'm going to take a look at right here. Yeah, like that. Oh, the top over here is already dry, which is fine, like that. It's already have the blue, so it's kind of like make it look a little bit brown. This is good, like that. Okay, keep it thin. This is the darkest color in the sky. Okay, that's good. And we're gonna have a little bit yellow and the orange. Take a little yellow and red, and they'll become the orange. That's good. A little bit brighter, like that. Get a little bit more yellow. Here you go. It'll be really fun. Okay. We're gonna create the feeling of the sunrise. Okay, here you go. Let's tap on it. There's some very thin color, like that. That's good. Okay. I'm gonna have this a little bit softer. Here you go. Like that, a little bit water. That's break it. Doesn't want it to be up on a straight line, on a perfect straight line like this. Okay, coming up a little bit with a little shape like that. This is good. Okay, now I'm going to use a little water, softer, coming down over here, and get a little bit more yellow right here. And here you go. You see that? Very bright, and a little bit more orange. Here you go. Have a little bit here, like that. A little bit color, and a little bit orange. So get a little bit red, and the color very thin, so this is good. Here we go, like that. And also a little bit cloud on the top. Here we go, like that. This is very simple. The bottom a little bit softer, so a little bit water to soften that a little bit. You see, it's just easier than you may thought. Okay, like that. Just good. Now coming over here, I'm going to start adding more yellow. Okay, here we go. Just get the yellow color. And here you go. Some cloud. This cloud all the way extended all the way to this side. Here we go. Some cloud over here. That's just good. That's good. Like that. Very nice. Okay. Okay, that's good. And the top over there, That would be fine, like that. I'm gonna have just a little bit tiny red in it, which is the orange. And the top over here, have a little bit more darker, because that is considered the shadow from the sun. That's at the top, like this. That's just good. Now over here, and have a little bit orange, and under have a little bit yellow, right? You maybe think about, this is too easy, okay? And the control of the water, amount of water, and the timing is very crucial. So have fun practicing, okay? A little bit more yellow over here, the cloud, like this. This is good. And on this side, have a little bit more red. So a little bit red over here. And this is good. That's good. All right, we're gonna get a little bit more yellow and the little red, tiny little red right here. Doing that right here. Take a look. There's a little cloud over here. There's a little cloud. Like that. This is all the illusion and create the atmosphere. Okay, here you go. Like that. This is a little bit away from the sun. We get a little bit more and more red. We're gonna add that too. Now at the bottom over here, we're gonna have that, the cloud, right over here. Like that. Have a little bit, start from a little bit yellow, and we're gonna go a little bit more red. Okay, here we go. And the bottom over here, I'm also gonna do that one more time, more yellow. Okay, that's good. Like that. Very good. Okay, that's good. Okay. And here. Okay, that's good. Here you go. Continuing in here. A little bit more yellow. And everything just a little bit is carrying your intention. Okay, this is good. Some cloud over here. Don't have to make it too thick, but totally up to you. Okay, this is good. Like that. And then on this side, I'm gonna have a little bit more red away. When it's more away, so a little bit more red. I'm gonna get just tiny more red. Okay, here we go. And over here, add that to here. That's just good. Now over here, get that to over here. Okay, like this. Okay, wonderful. Doesn't really need much, just a little bit more. The side of the brush like this, very thin, that gradually blended in to here. That's just good. You see the color change. At the bottom over here, also just add a little bit tiny more red. Okay, that's just pretty good. And right here, a little bit tiny more red over here too. That's good. And the top over here, it gets a little bit away. Okay, that's good. Like that. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a little bit softer. Okay. I think the sky is pretty good already. Very colorful. It's very interesting already. And I may end up have to overlay a little bit more yellow in here, but I'm going to do that after the whole thing let it dry a little bit more. Now actually I want to add a little bit more red to the water. I think that when you squint your eye, you see the water over here actually look darker than the sky. So I'm going to have that a little bit darker, but it's a little bit more red instead of yellow. So here you go, coming over here like that, and a little bit over here, get a little bit lighter. Okay, that's good. All right, I'm gonna paint the color more in the on the beach over here, get a little bit more brownish color. Okay, squint your eye if you don't see how dark they're supposed to be. Okay, let's get a little bit blue into it. Get a little bit more red. Okay, a little bit more red. And this is good. A little bit more tiny blue. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to put this color right over here. See that? That's a lot darker. This is good. A lot darker. That's a little bit in the, actually a little bit shadow area. Like that. And here you go. And then also put that at the front over here. But this color need to be just a little bit tiny more red. Okay, just predict the color when it's dry, what it will look like, right? It's a little bit more red like this. Perfect. And this color on the beach, it'll be gradually change, okay? Have a little bit tiny more red, okay? On here, so it's not just white. I'm gonna have that gradually turn to, so coming over here on the beach, have a little bit tiny more yellow, okay? And like that. And also leave a little white. Okay, have a little bit tiny yellow. This is good. Like that. This is white. And coming in the water, also have a little bit yellow, taking the color from the sky. Okay, this is pretty good. Great. And this, great. Wonderful. Now we can paint the island. And then we're going to paint the water. That will be the process. Or before we do that, why don't we lay a little color to the water over here. Just get the present blue. And mostly it's the green shade. I can see that right here. Like that. Here we go. And even have a little yellow. I'm going to take a little yellow from this corner. And kind of interesting. Look a little bit more like green. Okay, like that. That's good. A little bit on this side. Here you go. A little bit on this side. Here you go. That's interesting. Okay. Have a little bit tiny green. Here we go. Now I want to have that. Just a little water. Blend it over. Okay. That is the foundation color. We're gonna have the more of the small shape, and this is already getting dry. Why don't we also putting a little bit contrast, a little bit cast shadow, and what's that color would be? It will have a red in it. Just analyze it. We only use the 3 colors, so make it much easier to calculate. Now I'm gonna take a look at this color. Right, this is the big shape right here. See that? Is that good enough? I think it needs to be a little bit more darker. So I'm going to get that a little red with the blue color. A little bit tiny. This is good. Like that. And coming over like this. Look again. Okay. Look again. So don't just automatically paint. It analyze. Pick up the information and analyze and make a decision. Okay, that's good. Or a little bit over here and coming over, and then stop over here, leave a little gap. That's good. Like that. Here we go. That's good. Wonderful. I'm gonna have a little big shape over here too. Okay, that's good. A little bit soft. So we're gonna come back in a bit. And the beach over here, we actually see a little bit shape over like that. Have a little bit more brownish color. But we're gonna come back. Let's paint the island. So we're gonna start from the area right here. It has very orange, and we're gonna do wet into wet again. That yellow orange color, let's put the yellow color first. It's very bright, like right in here. Right, this is good. And coming down over here, like prepare your mind. That's gonna be the island start from. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put the yellow color, and then we're going to just start adding red. Here you go. That is the orange color. Okay, when you're very close to the sun, and I'm going to clean the brush. Make sure it's clean. Okay, that's good. Here, take a look. Okay, like that. Open up the brush. That's good. And start from the wet. From the lighter to a little bit darker. And I come over here. And that's good. Like that. That's very good. Right on the horizon line. Okay. This is not very crazy red, but it's enough red in it. Okay, here you go. Like that. I'm going to leave a little bit lighter on the beach. Okay, like that. I'm going to continue with the color. Now you get a little bit more blue when it's away. Here we go. When it's away from the sun, get a little bit more. The blue is get a little bit more darker, a little bit more cooler. There you go, like that. Keep that. Keep a little bit away. That's just good. See that? That's just very beautiful. And from the orange to red and to a little bit blue. Now I'm going to take a look. I'm going to have a little bit texture at the top over here. Going to keep going. The color very consistent. That's beautiful. Now I'm going to coming over here and get a lot more, feeling a lot more, the more blue and green. So I'm going to come back over here. Just get the blue, makes a little bit darker color. Get the red. Okay. That's good. That's good. I'm going to start over here, get a lot more darker. And see this, very good, like that. And coming over here, continue. And like that. Ooh, look at that. This is good. And then I'm going to coming back from here to the front. Okay, this is good. Like that. And I'm going to get a little bit more blue, a little bit more away from the sun. Okay, like that. And even have a little bit more yellow. So here we go. That's just good. You can see that that's just very beautiful. And the color also need to be reflected. The color on the tree, the same color down over here. So I'm going to have just a little bit yellow over here first. I'm gonna have that a little bit yellow. Feel a little bit more green feeling. Not really that much, but I'm gonna see that a little bit divided. And now this is a little bit lighter. Right over there. This is pretty good. And only here, I'm gonna have coming down right here. And going to be a little bit darker color continue. Right, that's pretty good. And have the dark color. I'm gonna remix the color. Get the red, get the blue, right? Very simple. And coming down right at the bottom over here. Look, think about it before you do it. Okay, that's good. Okay, getting there. It's gonna be really fun. Okay, a little bit wet into wet. Coming to the front over here. Like that. That's very much horizontal. Okay, this need to be coming down a little bit lower. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna coming over here and then see a little bit island, a little rock. Actually, the rock over here. Like that. This is good. When the rock coming closer, and also need to change to red. Okay, a little bit red and orange. Okay, here we go. Like that. I'm gonna have a little bit more. That's a little bit orange color. And this is good. I'm gonna keep that like that. I'm gonna have just a little bit tiny more. There's the bottom over here, a little bit darker, like that. A little bit darker. So here you go. Just use the brush like that. Put it down. Use the whole side. You can see the soft color. That's just good. Okay, wonderful. I'm gonna have a little bit more orange. Okay, a little bit thin. Keep a little bit tiny more texture. That's fine. Right here. That's good. Now I'm gonna come working on the tree. Okay, the red and the blue color. A lot more blue. Okay, the mix between the two colors. Very simple, easy. Practice more. I have color mixing exercise. So following that, I'm gonna have the brush, not perfect tip, because I want it to be open up a little bit more. Like that. I'm gonna make sure the color, same color over here. I'm gonna have a few lines coming up first. Like that. Some vertical line. That's good. And a little couple more line. And a line over here too. And simple thing. This is good. And I'm gonna have that now open up a little bit and tap on it. And here you go. Like that. Push it. Have the movement of that, the whole group. Okay, don't look at it as an individual. Okay, that's good. Like that. Come a little bit more. And here you go. A few group like that. You have to have this brush open up a little bit more like this. And here, you have a little bit tree on the side over here. Now see, we need to be a little bit more organized, a little bit more, a little bit thicker somewhere, a little bit thinner somewhere. Right, that's just good. Now see the tree is already feel like tree. Okay, that's good. Like that. And have this color carried down over here as well. Okay, that's good. All right. Pretty good. That's just the color for the island over here. And this is maybe a little bit too much green. We fix that a little bit later when we come back. After this holding drive, it will be a lot easier that way. So now I'm going to paint the bottom over here for a little bit tiny more red. We'll take a look at that. Just a little bit more red color. I don't think that much blue. And get a little bit over here. Start from a little red. And then the bottom over here. Let's see. Okay, here you go. Very light. Coming all the way horizontal. Coming all the way to this side. A little bit more red over here. Okay, I'd rather put the red than the purple. Okay, here you go. Like that. That's good. Beautiful. Okay. That, see, whole thing is come together. Is the atmosphere is very important that we need to create that. I'm going to have a little red color for this rock. So it's maybe more feeling like a little bit more change the color. Right? This is, and then the bottom over here, we're going to have a little bit light brown color. And here you go. We already established a very nice foundation. I'm going to get a little red and a little bit yellow. Just a little bit light brown color. A little bit yellow and red and blue. And this is good. It's already have a little blue color. I take it from here. And I'm going to just put it over here. Eliminate this white shape. That's good. I can also light up a little bit over here. Make it like a continuous. A little lighter. Like that. Feel like a little bit beach. That's just good. Alright. And now look back over here. It need to be a little bit darker. So I'm gonna have the same light brown color. Put it at the bottom over here. That's just good. That's good. Right there. Okay, that's just wonderful. Now I'll come back to the beach color. It's pretty good already. Now I'll come back with a little bit brown color as well. I'm gonna mix a little bit more brown color. Yeah, this is good. Have a little bit tiny blue would be brown. That's good. Now I'll take a look at right over here. Let's see a little big shape like that on the beach. Like that. That's good. Wonderful. Like this. Great. I'm gonna put a few a little mark as is like a footprint, something like that. This is good. Okay, this is great. Now it's time to work on. Maybe I'm going to overlay a little bit yellow in the sky, but we're gonna also overlay a little bit color over here too. Make it a little bit more consistent color. Right now, I'm gonna set the shadow, and let's take a look at. It's really not that much blue. It's more like a mix the red and the blue color. I'm gonna mix the color right here, but it's more on the blue side. Okay. Okay, that's just good, and not really too dark. So I'm gonna open the brush a little bit and follow my step. Okay, you don't have to do a whole lot. And let's see. I'm going to start from a little bit closer over here. Okay, a little bit more blue. A little bit closer. Gradually going into the closer into the sky. And I'm going to take a look. Let's take a look. And this is good. And a little bit darker. Right here at the bottom. A little bit darker over here too. And I'm going to have that a little bit water. Soften that a little bit. Okay, here you go. Make a little bit transition. And over here, a little bit over. That's good. Like start from here. And going just very economic. A little bit tiny pink. Like that. A little broken. Like that. Very good. I'm going to have a few little bit tap over here. Okay, that's wonderful. That's good. Coming over here, just take a look. And you don't want to have just too much, okay? Somewhere like in a group. Somewhere over here has a group, and over here has a little small group over here. I think as a nice balanced composition, right? You have to see this a little bit group like that. And then over here have a little bit group. I'm gonna take a look and whether or not there's gonna be too much. If it's too much, you can always soften it. Okay, like that, a little bit going through. There's get a little bit more red and come a little bit closer and closer to the sun over there. I'm gonna have that a little bit red like this. Okay, that's good. A little bit tiny like that, and put a few mark in the middle over here. Okay, screen your eye. If you see it, if you think it needs to be more, add a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. And I'm gonna get a little bit more tiny blue. Get over here. That's good. We're gonna even have a little bit more blue and the green even when you get a little bit away. And this is the ocean. That's the reflection. It's not like a lake or a river. Okay, that's good. Look at that. Tap on it. Okay, a little bit over here. I'm gonna extend this shape a little bit more. That's good. Like that. Just screen your eye. That is getting very interesting already. Okay, a little bit more over here. like that. And maybe over here, I'm going to have this a little bit stronger. Okay, that's good. Make this feel this another small group. Okay, that's good. Okay, not that bad. Now I'm going to take a look at the blue color. Okay, a little bit more, tiny more blue. I'm going to put that right in here. That's a little bit stronger, a little bit blue coming out. Also this color, also over here, have a little bit more blue. Is the opposite from the color of the light. And a little bit tiny blue. And that blue can be used a little bit red shade color. Okay, over here, I'm going to have that a little bit more. That's a little bit shadow. Okay, that's good. Like that. Okay, when you have the blue color, the area has no blue, it would feel like even warmer. Okay, that's good. And the bottom over here on the beach, I'm not sure you see it, there's a little bit more. The French ultramarine, there's a little bit. That just add that color in here. That's good. Okay. Also at the bottom over here, also a little bit red shade blue color, like that. Even a little bit purple color. Okay, you get that. That's good. Coming up over here and making sure they're still a little bit disconnected. Okay, this is good. Okay, like that. Okay, that's very good. And that's the, still have a little yellow color right at the front over here. That's good. That's very nice. Okay, now on the top over there, I also see a little bit, not really strong. Just get there, directly get that. Okay, French ultramarine over here, gradually going out, like that. Very nice. That's organized, and organized a little bit over here. And let's take a look. And we continue. Get a little bit more tiny more blue color. Okay. And give it a few shape. A little bit more clear. A few shape like that. And connect together. That's good. And a few shape like that. That's good. Okay, it looks pretty good. You see that how this composed together to create enough of suggestions of movement inside over here. You can have even more. And now I'm going to take a look at over here. And this a little bit more clear. That's good. Like this. And now I come in here and give it more, because this is very close. I'm going to have that a little bit more clear. And how the water move. Okay, a little bit more clear shape. Okay, that's just good. Look at the beach. Just like it's very real now. I'm gonna have this a little bit tiny softer. That's a little bit, maybe. I'm gonna have that little bit, just the water move on it. You see, a little bit tiny softer. Now I'm gonna come back to use the flat brush to reorganize that a little bit. And take a look at the middle over here. Make sure the brush clean. And now I'm gonna just add a little bit more yellow right in here. See that? That's just good. A little bit more yellow. Now, when you do something like this, you have to have big enough brush. Okay, here you go. Now overlaid onto here, like that. You make the color a lot brighter. Here you go, coming in here. That's all you need. Okay, now I'm going to clean the brush just use the water to spread that yellow gradually into the existing sky color. Oh, that's just simple and easy, right? That's just good. And let's look at that. The top over here, which is the bottom of this, also have a little bit more yellow with a little bit tiny red. I'm gonna have this a little bit brighter right here. Okay, a little bit more yellow. That's just good. Now, soften that a little bit. That's good, like that. Wonderful. And this is a little bit too close, so I'm gonna have this soften that a little bit. Have that feel a little bit more. Okay, I think just soften that a little bit. That's fine. Just a little bit softer with this. Okay, that's good. That's good enough. Okay, we don't have to do way too much. Okay, this is good. And make that a little bit softer over there. Now the sky looks pretty good, and on this side I'm gonna have tiny more red. Okay, not that much color, just a little bit tiny more red when it's a little bit away from the sun. Okay, a little bit over here, or grouped it together. Okay, that's just good, like that. Wonderful. And now I come into work on this little tree, a little island. So I'm gonna just get a little bit red. So use the larger brush. Okay, this brush work really good. More connected. Come all the way over here. That's just good. And I'm gonna have this come out a little bit like that, a little island. And that's good. Nice. I don't want that look like a straight vertical, so I'm gonna just tap on it and have a little bit off. That's just good, like that. Now coming over here, I'm gonna use the same color, just glaze over. Okay, even put it on top of the green, it will look less green. That's good. Just wash that with the red color. Now coming over here, we need to get a little bit more of the blue color. Now change that, and anything, put it on the top over here like that. It overlay the color, make the color more consistent. That's just good, like that. A lot more beautiful. Now on the bottom over here, also glaze a little bit on top of the color of the beach. Now make it a little bit dimmer. That looks wonderful good. And then over here too, get a little bit more red and put it into the bottom over here of this. Also a little bit softer, like that. Okay, that's good. That's great. And over here, a little bit softer into the line. Okay, that's good. And look at over here on this side. I think in the water, I'm gonna have just a little bit tiny more red. Okay, a little bit tiny more red over. That's good, like that. This is good. And take a look. And that's maybe feeling too much green, so I'm gonna lift up a little bit over here. That's a little bit lighter. Oh, a lot better. Now over here, I'm gonna have this close to the water, the beach, just slightly a little bit lighter. Just light up a little bit tiny more, and that would help. Okay, that's good. Meet me for a painting marathon next Tuesday and Thursday, 6 hours a day. You can download the reference, ping along, upload your artwork for suggestions, or just observe. You can find the link in the descriptions. I will see you there.